was falling on the window. The room was quiet after midnight. I watched the lights across the street and heard the rain fall softly. I wasn't trying to remember, I wasn't thinking of the past, but something in the quiet night brought your face back to me. Some memories never really leave, they wait somewhere inside our hearts. Then one familiar sound returns, and suddenly you're here again. Tonight I thought of you again, like no time had passed between us. I could almost hear your laughter, soft and warm inside my heart. Tonight I thought of you again, and for a moment you were near. I remember how you looked at me when we had nothing left to say. You always stayed a little longer before we had to say goodnight. We thought we had forever then, we never watched the days go by. I never knew those little moments would be the ones I'd miss someday. Tonight I thought of you again, like no time had passed between us. I could almost hear your laughter drifting softly through my memory. Tonight I thought of you again, and almost whispered out your name. Maybe your life has carried on, maybe you rarely think of me. I don't need to know the answer, some things can stay inside the heart. Still tonight I thought of you, not because I want you back. I only missed who we once were before we learned to say goodbye. Tonight I thought of you again, but now I let the memory fade. The rain was falling on the window while I sat quietly in the dark. Tonight I thought of you again, then gently let you go once more.
I still remember that quiet morning. The rain had faded from the glass. You came in holding back a smile and chose the sea beside me. We spoke about the smallest things, the coffee cooled between our hands. I tried to hide my nervous heart. You made the silence feel like home. I did not know it then, but something changed inside that room. The world grew softer around us when you quietly hoping you would come again. Every footstep made me turn, every morning held your shadow. You always stayed a little longer, even when there was no reason. We shared the light across the table and let the hours disappear. You sat beside me close enough to make the quiet feel like music. I heard my heart begin to move before I knew it was love. You sat beside me, smiled at me, and somehow everything felt right. Maybe love begins this softly, without a promise, without a sign. Just one warm voice beside you, turning an ordinary day around. You sat beside me close enough to leave your warmth inside my memory. I still can feel that gentle moment whenever rain touches the glass. You sat beside me, nothing more, and that was where our story began.
The morning felt a little different after you sat beside me. I found myself watching the doorway before the usual time. I told myself it meant nothing, you were only passing through. But every sound along the hallway made me hope that it was you. I began to know your footsteps, the gentle rhythm of your walk. I knew the moment you were near me before I ever heard you talk. I started waiting for you before I knew what waiting meant. I saved a place beside me and watched the minutes come and go. I started waiting for you before I knew I was in love. Some days you came in smiling, some days you looked so tired. I learned the way your eyes grew brighter when I softly said your name. We talked until the room grew quiet, about the dreams we never shared. Nothing we said was very special, but I remembered every word. I started waiting for you before the morning light was gone. I listened for your footsteps and hoped that you would stay a while. I kept on waiting for you before I knew you held my heart. Maybe love was always simple, a chair, a voice, an open door, a quiet wish to see somebody a little longer than before. I knew your footsteps by heart, I knew the warmth inside your smile, and every day without you felt a little colder than before. I started waiting for you, and now I know what waiting meant. I saved my heart beside me until you gently entered in. I started waiting for you, and that was how I fell in love. We stayed until the streets grew quiet, with empty cups between our hands. The evening moved around us slowly, but neither one of us would leave. You watched the shadows on the table, I watched the light across your face. We did not need another story to make that little moment stay. There was no need to fill the room, no need to search for something new. I heard the quiet breathing softly and felt completely safe with you. With you, the silence felt like home, warm as the light beside the window. I never needed perfect words whenever you were close to me. With you, the silence felt home, a place my heart already knew. Sometimes you smiled without a reason, sometimes I quietly smiled too. Your hand was resting near my own, but neither one of us moved closer. We let the hours pass between us, as if the night would never end. Nothing happened in that moment, still I remember everything. With you, the silence felt like home, soft as a song without an ending. I never needed perfect words, your eyes had already answered me. Yeah, with you, the silence felt like home, and I was happy staying there. Maybe love is not a promise, maybe love can simply be two people sharing one small silence and feeling where they need to be. I never felt alone with you, even when we made no sound. Your quiet heart was close enough to calm the noise inside of mine. With you, the silence felt like home, still carry. I never needed perfect words, I only needed you beside me. With you, the silence felt like home, before we knew how much it meant.
walked beneath the evening lights. Your hand was resting inside mine. The streets were calm around us, and nothing seemed about to change. You told me stories from your childhood. I listened closer than before. I wanted every little moment to stay exactly as it was. The night felt open and endless. The air was gentle on your face. I thought that love would keep us safe inside that quiet place. I thought we had more time, more nights beneath the city lights, more mornings waking slowly with your voice close beside me. I thought we had more time before the days could pull away. We made our plans without a reason, as if tomorrow would obey. We spoke about the places we might visit someday. You laughed and leaned against me. I wish the world would move more slowly. Something inside that perfect moment made me afraid to let it pass. I thought we had more time, more chances to begin again, more hours sitting near you with nowhere else we had to be. I thought we had more time before the distance found our hearts. Maybe happiness feels fragile because we know it cannot stay. Maybe love grows even deeper when we feel the days move on. I never knew forever could feel so brief inside my hands. I held you just a little closer without explaining why. I thought we had more time, but even then the light was changing. I saw the evening leave your eyes and wished the night would never end. I thought we had more time before we learned that time could leave.
Lately your eyes stayed somewhere else, even when you looked at me. Your answers came a little slower. Your smile would fade too soon. We still walked the same old streets. We still sat in our usual place. But every silence felt much colder than the quiet we once knew. I told myself you were tired. I tried to make the moment easy, but every word fell between us, and neither knew what to say. I reached for your hand softly. You moved before I got there. Something changed between us. changed between us that night, and I was afraid to ask why. You stopped telling me your small dreams, I stopped asking where they went. We filled the room with careful kindness, like strangers trying not to hurt. The clock kept moving past midnight, your coffee waited by your hands. I watched the distance grow in silence and missed you while you were there. Something changed between us that night, though every light was still the same. You were beside me, still far away, close enough to touch, too far to hold. Something changed between us that night, and love became a quiet doubt. I wanted you to turn toward me, I wanted one familiar smile, but all the warmth we used to share was leaving slowly from your eyes. Something changed between us that night, before goodbye had found its name. I heard the ending in your silence and held the words I could not say.
Rapping over same old light at the table near the window. You held your coffee with both hands and watched the people passing by. I asked you how your day had been. You said that everything was fine, but every answer felt much smaller than the words you left behind. I tried to meet your eyes the way I always used to do. For one brief moment you looked back, then turned toward the window. You looked away before I did, before my heart could hide the fear. You looked away before I did, and suddenly the truth was clear. You were sitting close beside me, but your heart was somewhere else. I spoke about our little plans, the places we still meant to see. You smiled as if you remembered, but did not answer me. The evening settled on your face, the room grew quiet between us. I wanted you to say my name the way you always had before. You looked away before I did, before I found the words to ask. You looked away could feel you letting go. Maybe you were trying to protect me. Maybe you could not explain how something once so warm and certain could slowly fade away. Your eyes had already said goodbye before your lips could form the words. I saw the ending in that silence and wished I had not understood. You looked away before I did, but this time I did not call you back. I watched your shadow leave the window and felt the distance where you sat. You looked away before I did, and nothing felt the same again. You came to see me after midnight. The rain was quiet on your coat. You stood beneath the hallway light, but would not look into my eyes. I asked if something had happened. You said you only needed time. Your voice was calm and almost gentle, but nothing in it felt like you. I knew the words were coming. I felt them waiting in the room. The way you held your hands together, the way you could not say my name. I knew before you said goodbye. Your heart had left before that night. I heard the ending in your silence before it reached your lips. I knew before you said goodbye, and still I hoped that I was wrong. You spoke about the days behind us. You said that no one was to blame. You tried to make the ending softer by speaking slowly through the pain. I watched the rain behind your shoulder and tried to hold that moment still. I wanted one more ordinary evening before our love became the past. I knew before you said goodbye. Your eyes had told me everything. I heard the ending in your silence and felt the distance growing wide. I knew before you said goodbye, but I could not ask you to stay. Maybe love can end in whispers without a door being closed. Maybe someone leaves you slowly long before they finally go. Your silence had already let
You stood beside the open doorway. The hallway light was soft and pale. I heard your footsteps waiting for one last word from me. My heart was asking you to stay, but nothing reached my lips. I held my breath between us and watched you turn away. I could have called your name, I could have reached for your hand, but love had made you tired, and I could finally understand. I couldn't ask you to stay when your heart was already leaving. I couldn't hold you one more night just to keep myself from breaking. I couldn't ask you to stay, so I let the silence answer. You paused before the final step, as if you hoped I might speak. For one small moment, neither moved, and time stood still between us. I wanted to say I needed you, I wanted to change your mind, but every promise felt too late, and every word felt unkind. I couldn't ask you to stay when your eyes were filled with sorrow. I couldn't borrow one more day from a love without tomorrow. I couldn't ask you to stay, though every part of me wanted to. Maybe letting go is loving when holding on would cause more pain. Maybe silence was the only way to leave our memories unchanged. I loved you enough to let you leave, though it broke the heart inside me. I watched the doorway close between us and never called you back. I couldn't ask you to stay, but I wished you had turned around. I stood alone inside the silence, listening for one final sound. I couldn't ask you to stay, so goodbye remained inside my heart. The door closed softly behind you, then every sound became too clear. The clock kept moving on the wall, but time had stopped inside the room. Your cup was resting by the window, your coat was gone from the chair. The light still fell across the floor, as if you might come back again. I stood there longer than I meant to, listening for your final step, but all I heard was quiet rain and my own breathing in the dark. The room felt different without you, though nothing else had changed. The walls were standing where they were, the pictures stayed the same. The room felt different without you, because your warmth had disappeared. Touched the place where you were sitting, the cushion still remembered you. A book was open on the table, beside the words you never finished. I tried to put the cups away, but left yours waiting by the glass. I could not move the smallest things without admitting you were gone. The room felt different without you. The silence had a heavier sound. Every corner held a memory, every shadow wore your shape. The room felt different without you, and I had nowhere left to hide. Maybe rooms remember people long after footsteps disappear. Maybe love stays in the spaces where two hearts once felt safe. Everything stayed except for us. The night, the rain, the window light. I stood among our quiet things and felt our whole world fade. The room felt different without you, but morning slowly found the floor. I let the curtains open gently and faced the light I feared before. The room felt different without you, and I knew you would not return. Morning came through open curtains, softly touching every wall. I made coffee for one person and did not break apart. I walked along the usual street, past the places we once knew. For the first time, every corner did not lead me back to you. Days were never easy, but they slowly learned to move. I carried all our memories and still found room to breathe. I learned to live without you, one quiet morning at a time. I learned to face the empty hours without asking where you were. I learned to though I never learned to forget. Some nights still felt much longer, some songs still hurt to hear, but I stopped waiting by the window, hoping you might reappear. I put away your coffee cup, I moved the chair beside the light. Still held your memory, but it slowly became mine. I learned to live
days gently last. I learned to live without you, though part of you remain. Maybe healing comes in silence, without a moment we can name. Maybe hearts begin recovering while they still remember pain. I was healing before I knew, before the sadness let me see. I had carried you for so long, I forgot to carry me. I learned to live without you, not because the love was gone. I simply found another morning and kept moving slowly on. I learned to live without you and found my way back home.
Some days I never think about you. The hours pass like any day. I walk beneath the afternoon light and feel that I am doing fine. Then someone laughs across the street. A song begins inside a store. The smallest sound can open a place I thought had closed. I do not search for memories, they find me on their own. They stay with me a moment, then leave as softly as they came. Sometimes you come back to me in ways I never see arriving. A voice, a song, a fading light can bring you close again. Sometimes you come back to me, then slowly disappear. I saw your favorite flowers today, outside a quiet corner shop. I almost turned to tell you before remembering you were gone. I smiled at my own mistake and stood there longer than before. The memory did not break me, it only made me miss you. Sometimes you come back to me inside the ordinary moments. A passing scent, an empty chair, a word we used to say. Sometimes you come back to me, but never long enough to stay. Maybe this is how love lingers, not as pain but something warm, a quiet trace beneath the years that time cannot erase. You return, but only as a memory, gentle enough to let me breathe. I no longer reach to hold you, I simply let the feeling be. Sometimes you come back to me begins against the glass. I wonder where the years have taken you, and whether you still look the same.
Sometimes your name returns so softly, like music from another room. I never try to call you back, I only let the memory stay.
Do you remember me too?
When an old song starts playing,
do you remember my voice?
when the evening turns quiet,
do you remember me too? Or am I dreaming
alone?
I still remember how you smiled before the world pulled us apart.
I kept the words I never told you somewhere quiet in my heart.
Sometimes I pass our favorite corner and slow my steps without a reason.
I wonder if another street can bring the same old day to you.
Do you remember me too?
When the rain touches your window,
Do you remember that night
when neither one could say goodbye?
Do you remember me too? Or did time carry me away? Maybe we were never meant
To find our way back again.
Maybe love can stay unfinished and still remain something beautiful.
Maybe we remember at the same time, from two rooms beneath the same rain.
Maybe your heart grows quiet too when my memory returns again. Do you remember me too?
I do not need an answer now. I only hope our quiet love
Still lies somewhere inside you.
remember me too, because I still remember you.
I used to wonder where you were and who was walking by your side. I used to fear another love would take my place inside your heart. But years have softened every question. I no longer need to know. The life you found beyond our ending belongs to you alone. I hope the mornings treat you gently. I hope your nights are warm. I hope somebody hears your silence the way I once could hear. I hope you're happy somewhere, even if I never see the smile that finally found you, or the life you came to love. I hope you're happy somewhere and no longer missing me. someone who stays through every season and understands your tired smile. I hope the dreams you spoke about became more than distant plans. I hope the world was kind enough to hold you when I could not. I hope you're happy somewhere without the weight of our goodbye. I hope your heart feels light again beneath another evening sky. I hope you're happy somewhere and living without regret. Maybe love can change its meaning when enough time passes by. It stops asking to be chosen and simply wishes someone well. Loving you no longer means holding on or waiting for you to return. It means remembering what we had without asking for it again. I hope you're happy somewhere. That is all I ask tonight. You were once my dearest person, and part of me still wishes you well. I hope you're happy somewhere while I quietly say goodbye. I looked outside the window. The room was turning soft and blue. I had been lost inside the years I once had shared with you. Your face was fading from the glass. The night was growing still. I listened for the falling rain, but everything was quiet. The memories that passed before me, like shadows crossing through the room. I felt their warmth, I felt their ache, then watched them slowly leave. The rain had already stopped before I noticed the silence. The clouds were moving from the sky, and morning waited beyond them. The rain had already stopped while I was thinking of you. I touched the cold and empty glass where silver drops had disappeared. For once your memory felt gentle and did not ask me to stay. I thought of how our story started and every road that led us here. I would not change the love we had or wish those days away. The rain had already stopped and light was resting on the window. I said your name inside my heart. before they understand. I was letting go before I knew, not losing you, but finding peace. I carried you through every season. Now I can set that memory free. The rain had already stopped, but I stayed there one moment longer. I watched the morning fill the room and let your shadow fade away. The rain had already stopped, and I was ready for tomorrow.